Hey guys, James again, Jalopy Joint. I want to show you a little something I'm going to give a try. Been in considerations of purchasing for quite some time, so received this as a gift for Christmas. This is a Daytona jack crossbeam, floor jack crossbeam. There's a lot of videos on here about this. I'm going to give it a go. It extends. This way you can have a little more stable lifting of the vehicle. Here's my old trusty Pittsburgh 3-ton floor jack standard height. Originally I was going to use the crossbeam on my old Pittsburgh 3-ton standard height floor jack here, but I decided that I'm going to add a little height with this, so why not cancel out a little bit of that added height by using it on a low profile floor jack. So I picked up this new Pittsburgh 3-ton low profile from Harbor Freight. Regular price $170. I do think that there's supposed to be a sale coming up where this will be $100. I may regret buying it when I did, but we'll just see how it happens, see what happens with it. So I'm going to go ahead and open the new floor jack up, get it set up, and mount the crossbeam on it, and let you see what all that looks like together.
Let's not cut the chair open. So I'm going to have to turn this around.
Sucker's got a little bit of weight to it, but I understand that, you know, it's not a aluminum or any of those fancy things. I just wanted a regular low profile floor jack. I looked at the Daytonas side by side with these, and this actually had the same max height and lower minimum height for less money. Can't beat that. I mean, that, to me, that just seems like that kind of answers it. I mean, what are you trying to get out of a low profile jack? Well, you want it to be as low as possible for low cars, but you also want to be able to raise it up. This does better on the low and the same on the maximum height. So for less money, that's what I'm going to do. I don't need fancy colors, 15 different colors. I got a red toolbox. I don't have a lime green toolbox or a purple toolbox, or I don't need an orange floor jack, any of that. This will work for me. All right, so I've got the Pittsburgh 3-ton low profile floor jack all out of the box, handle on, purge the hydraulic oil system like the paper says to do. All right, cross beams on the floor. What you do is you take this bolt out, remove your cup, your standard cup, and it's replaced by this bolt through the cross beam into the body of the jack. Now, in the instructions it says for 3-ton low profile Pittsburgh or Daytona jacks, you do not use this spacer that comes on here. So I'm going to remove that, set it off to the side. To remove the cup, 10mm Allen wrench, and it's quite tight. So let's get something on there with that. See if this will do it. Got it. Remove the cup. Replace the cup with the cross beam.
These will be supplied hardware that came with the crossbeam without the spacer, per the instructions.
It's a little rickety. I don't really love that. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to try it with the little spacer just to see if that tightens it up any.
I believe I saw a video somewhere else where somebody had a little problem with this. Let's try it and see what the heck happens. I want plenty of thread engagement, but I don't want it rickety.
Oh, that's so tight it won't even rotate. Maybe I need to have it the way they said. Who would think that the manufacturer would know what they're talking about with their own product? Who am I to think that I'm smarter than the engineers who come up with this? I might be, but well, that's not bad there. Maybe we'll see how that works. Not going to be tonight. I'm going to leave this project for the evening. I got something in mind tomorrow after work. So in just a second, when you see me, it's going to be the next day. All right, so it's the next day. Got the floor jack cross beam out here. Now I did go back and remove that little spacer after looking at the instructions again. I know it said not to have it in this jack, and I thought this was a little rickety, wobbly, but it was also, with it in there, it tightened down so much that it would not pivot at all. So I'm going to give it a go with what the book says and see how that goes. I'm just going to put these all the way down, see how far away I am from reaching, and just give it a go, see what happens. Jack this car up, do the one side at a time. For those of you not familiar with the Crown Vics, this is still a full frame car, so I'm going to be able to get all the way up under and on the frame rail. So I think this will be a good first test. So I'm just ahead of the back of the front door here at this point, and I'm just going to see what happens. Front wheels off the ground. All right. I wanted it more even than that. I'm going to let it down and move back a little. Just line it up right with where the two doors meet. Start there.
Well, I'll bring it ahead a little bit so I got somewhere to put a jack stand. Alright, looks like both wheels are off the ground. Let's get a jack stand or two. And I'm going to put this side on jack stands and go around to the other side. See if I can get the whole car up off the ground relatively easy. I think that'll make this really handy for rotating tires, if that turns out to be the case. Let's see how this goes.
All right, well, this side's up on both sides. I'm gonna go around to the other side and see how sketchy it is to jack that side up with this on stands. Okay, now I've made it over to the driver's side, got my jack stands out. Start jacking this side up and keep an eye on the other side, make sure nothing crazy happens. Don't want the stands to tilt, try to tip over or anything like that. All right. Hey, all four wheels are up.
One more pump to the front. I think we'll get it. All right.
All right, so the car is all the way off the ground. All four corners. So I think this is going to be really great for making tire rotations a little easier, brake work, anything like that. That's what I was really hoping for. Speaking of tire rotations, I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick on this vehicle. And when I get it all done on the ground, I might see how it is coming in from the front. All right, I got all the wheels bolted back on, lug nuts tightened up. Let's see how things go in the reverse. Jacking it up off the stands and then letting it down to back down to the ground. So far, so good. My concern will be letting this side down, and will the other side want to tip? And I think in the future, these AC Delco stands have little feet on them. Probably use those on the first side in the future. That one stand over there, I did see want to tip just a little bit. But I think that just using these ones with the feet may be just enough to help it. All right, I got the car lowered back down to the ground, verified all the lug nuts are tight, center cap's back on, everything is good there. First impressions, now this is plenty of ground clearance on this car, and there's a full frame all the way out at the edge of the car, so that was pretty easy. Gave it a little advantage, but I'm really impressed with this. First impressions, first thoughts. I'm going to see what happens, see if there's somewhere I can grab it up under the front and get both sides at once, just for curiosity. And this I think is going to be a pretty solid tool.
So, yeah.
All right, so got a good lift on the front of the car as well, if we need to come in from the front. I'm really pleased with this. Now, whether or not it'll fit under the Mustang, which I think is a little bit lower, is to be determined. And why don't we just go determine that right now? I'm dying to know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm interested to know. So let's go ahead and move this operation in there. All right, this is my wife's 2019 Mustang convertible. Let's see if this will fit under there or not. I do have the pads lowered down as low as they will go, and it looks like it just was going to squeeze under there. Maybe not. Let's see here. Oh. Get this down as low as I can get it. And this is why I wanted to get the low profile jack. Looks like we're just barely gonna miss it. So that could be as simple as driving up onto a block of wood. That, I mean, I'm just the thickness of this rubber pad away from it. So I cannot get another quarter turn out of it. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, ho. Little pressure pushing down on it, and it had just enough. Let's tighten the jack up and see what happens. Oh yeah, look at that. We might be in business here. All right, both wheels are off the ground on this side. That's all the more I really need to know about this right now. So go ahead and let it back down, and we're going to call this a success. So let's let it down. Rolls right out. All right, so that's going to wrap it up. Like I said earlier, I believe I said that there's tons of videos on YouTube about this cross jack cross beam. I've seen a lot of speculation on, will it work with a Pittsburgh jack? Will it not work with a Pittsburgh jack? I'm not gonna waste my time trying with my old Pittsburgh jack. But I did purchase this 3-ton low profile Pittsburgh with the intent of using this cross beam on it, and I'm thoroughly impressed with it and pleased. So for $70, if you already have a low profile jack, I'd say this is a great tool to add to your arsenal. And if you don't have the jack, keep an eye out. They have sales on them all the time. I think that there's a sale coming up. Tomorrow's January 1st, and they've got a sale starting January 12th for Inside Track Club members. Jack's gonna be $99. $100. You'll save $70. I may see if they'll do a price adjustment. If not, either way, I'm happy with it. We'll work on through it. It wouldn't be the first time I spent more money than I needed to on something. So, but yeah, if you're thinking about this, I'd recommend it. And I appreciate you watching this video. Hope that you found some useful information here. And if you would, consider subscribing to my channel. I'm just getting started. I don't know what's coming up. There's all kinds of things going on, so never know what I might post. But if you're interested in what you've seen, consider looking at some of my other videos. Consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.